Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to use AI agents to automatically detect and resolve customer complaints. So here, as a customer support manager of an e-commerce store, I am receiving multiple complaints as well as feedbacks from my customers through form submission. My objective is to send complaint resolution emails and apologizing emails to each of the customer who is submitting a negative feedback to me or a complaint through jot form. In order to automate this entire process, I am going to use AI agent with the help of which I am going to detect whether the complaint is negative, whether the feedback is positive or negative, and automatically on the basis of the negative feedback, I am going to send a complaint resolution email to my customers through Gmail. Now, to automate this entire process, I am not going to use any kind of coding and programming skills. I am going to build the connection between all these applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of GlobalConnect. So for your business, if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, we are going to learn step by step how to use AI agents to automatically detect and resolve customer complaints with the help of GlobalConnect. So here, as a customer support manager at an e-commerce store, GlobalConnect, I'm using a feedback form on my website. Through this feedback form, I'm receiving multiple complaints and the experience of the customers. My objective is that if I'm receiving a negative feedback from any of the customer, I want to resolve the issue which they are facing, and on the basis of that issue, I want to send them a particular personalized email for apologies as well as to resolve their complaints. This is my objective. But doing it manually is going to take a lot of time because some of the feedbacks are positive, some are negative, some are neutral. So detecting each of the feedback on the basis of their overall experience as well as ratings, and then analyzing the negative feedback and sending the replies for apologies and resolution to each of the customer is a time-consuming task. Therefore, I have decided to automate this entire process in such a way that every time I'm going to receive a new feedback form submission, automatically with the help of my AI agent, I'm going to detect whether the feedback is positive or negative. On the basis of their overall experience and the description which they have provided, I'm going to categorize the issues which the customer is facing, whether it is product related issue, delivery related issue, or what. And on the basis of these issues, then I'm going to generate the emails for the complaint resolutions with the help of my AI agent, that is OpenAI, and I'm going to automatically send that email to my customer. So this is a long process, and we are going to automate this entire process by setting up the connections between our work applications, and that is here my form builder application that I'm using jot form over here to collect the feedbacks and complaints from my customers. OpenAI, that is my AI agent, and Gmail for sending the emails to my customers. And we are going to build the connection between all these applications without any coding and programming skills, simply with the help of GlobalConnect. So GlobalConnect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to build the connections between our work applications without any coding or programming skills to automate all our daily repetitive tasks effortlessly. Now, we are currently on the home page of GlobalConnect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect/INR in our browser. After coming over here, we'll find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on the sign up for free button, which will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in currently to log into my account directly. And over here, we are on all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use GlobalConnect. So let's click on access now. So we are on the dashboard of GlobalConnect where we can find all the workflows which we have created, and to save these workflows, we can also create separate folders like this. Now, to create a new workflow, let's click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box has appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Use AI agents to automatically detect and resolve customer complaints. After giving the name to my workflow, now I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. Alright, so here you can see I have a list of folders which I have created for different kind of workflows and requirements. Now, currently the automation which I'm going to create is related to AI. So here I'm using AI in order to automate the entire process of customer satisfaction and complaint resolution. Therefore, I'm going to select AI automations as my folder. Now I'm going to click on create, and my workflow is going to be
saved in the same folder which I have decided. In the similar manner, you can also create different folders on your dashboard to save the workflows according to different varieties and requirements in the organized format. So we can see that we are on a new screen over here. On this screen, we have a blank workflow which we have to fill in order to complete our automation successfully. So we have trigger and actions over here. These are the two extremely important windows which are required to be set up in order to create our automation workflow and to automate the entire process. So here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose here I want that every time I'm going to receive a new feedback form submission from my customer, automatically on the basis of that form, I want to detect whether the feedback is positive or negative with the help of my AI agent, that is OpenAI. So let's say I'm going to take JotForm, that is the form builder application by using which I have created my feedback and complaint form in my trigger step, and OpenAI, that is my AI agent, in my action step. When we are going to build the connection between these two applications, then we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the form will be submitted in JotForm by the customer, then only on the basis of the form response and the experience of the customer, my AI agent is going to detect whether the feedback is positive or negative, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger in action, let us start creating this automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, we need to go towards our trigger step, and we have to first of all select our trigger application over here. So my trigger application is the form builder application by using which I'm going to collect the feedbacks from my customers. So here I'm using JotForm. So I'm going to select JotForm as my trigger application. You have to select your trigger application by using which you are collecting your complaints, feedbacks, whether it is from your website, directly from your forms, or from any other application. As we have selected our trigger application as JotForm, now we have to select the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to start, or it is going to trigger every time. So new response will be our trigger event. That means when a new form will be submitted in JotForm, the response will be captured inside GlobalConnect, and with that response, our workflow is going to start. So here you can see we have received a webhook URL, and also we have received some instructions. By following the given instructions step by step carefully, we need to insert the webhook URL inside our JotForm account. As we will do that, then the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new form submission in JotForm towards GlobalConnect. So let's copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do. So first of all, I will take you towards my form. So this is my feedback form which I am using in order to collect the feedbacks and complaints of my customers. Now here, after coming on the form, you have to go towards settings, and over here we have the option of integrations which you have to select. After coming on integration section, here you have to search for webhook, as we are connecting the form with the help of webhook. So we have to search webhook, and we have to add the webhook URL in this field. So let's paste the webhook URL which we have received from GlobalConnect, and let's click on complete integration. As we have done that, you can see that our integration is ready. Now I'm going to take you back towards GlobalConnect, and over here it is showing waiting for webhook response. This means that now when the form will be submitted, we are going to receive the response. So we have to do a test submission by submitting the same form which we have connected. So this is the form which I have connected, customer feedback and complaint resolution form. Over here we have the option of publish. Let's go towards it, and here we have the link of the form. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to open it in a new tab, and the form is open in front of us. So quickly I'm going to submit it. Before that, let's read the form. So here you can see we have customer feedback and complaint resolution form. It is saying, at GlobalConnect, we value your feedback and strive to improve our services. Please take a moment to share your experience with us. Your insights help us serve you better. If you face any issues, we'll work to resolve them as soon as possible. So here now I'm going to submit the form as a customer. So let's say the name of this customer who is submitting the form is Smart Customer. Let's say the email is smart56@pablitudes.com. Let's say this is the phone number. It is asking us, how would you rate your overall experience? So let's say I'm going to select poor over here, and I'm going to describe the experience in words. So let's say I have a negative experience, and I'm going to describe it as The product was broken when I received. I am very disappointed. So here this is my experience. I'm going to submit the form. So as the form is submitted, now I'm going to take you back towards GlobalConnect, and you can see that the response of the form is already captured over here. In this response, we have received all the details. So here, first of all, we have received the webhook URL through which the response is captured. We have the username of our account. Then we have the type of the form, that is web form. When we'll scroll down more, here we have the description of the customer. We have their experience, the rating which they have provided, their phone number, their email address, their name, and the date and time at which this form is submitted. So we have received exactly all the same details which we have entered while submitting the form. This means our connection between JotForm and GlobalConnect is built successfully. So now we are going to move forward towards detecting whether the feedback which we have received as response from the customer is positive or negative. On the basis of the positive or negative, we are going to then further move forward. In order to detect whether the feedback is positive or negative, I'm going to use my AI agent, that is OpenAI. For that, let's select OpenAI as our action application and we'll build the connection. So we'll select the action event, what we want. I want to generate my content with the help of ChatGPT. So I've selected that, and now I'm going to click on connect. For building the connection between OpenAI and GlobalConnect, we have two options over here, add new connection and select existing connection. So if you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. I'm going to show you to build a new connection. For that, you have to click on this add new connection button. You have to enter the token. If you are already logged into your OpenAI account, like this. So you will directly click on this hyperlink. It will take you towards the API key page, and from where you can generate your token and paste it over here. In case if you already have an existing connection, just go with that. So currently I already have an existing connection. I'm going to go with that. So as we have done that, you can see that the connection between OpenAI and GlobalConnect is built. And now we are going to move forward towards selecting the model by using which we want to generate our content. So here we have multiple models in ChatGPT. You can select any one of them. I'm going to select this GPT-4o Mini. Let's move forward towards the prompt. That is very important and the highlight step of this automation. Now, over here in prompt field, you have to give a command to ChatGPT or to your AI agent that what you actually want it to do for you. So in my case, I want it to detect whether the response which I have received from my customer's feedback form is positive or negative. I want to detect that. So I'm going to provide the prompt according to that. In that prompt, I'm going to include each and every detail which is related to my business and each and every scale by using which I want to identify whether the feedback is positive or negative. So I'm going to first of all provide the overall experience of my customer which I have received in the response, and also I'm going to provide the rating which they have provided to me. On the basis of that, I want ChatGPT to generate a analysis that whether the response is positive or not. All right. So here the prompt will be, so this is my prompt. You are an AI sentiment analysis assistant. Analyze the given customer feedback and classify it into one of the following three categories: positive, neutral, or negative. Only return the classification without any additional text or any additional symbol. So I've also included the details which I do not want in my response. You also have to do the same. You have to include all the instructions which you want in the content, and also the details and the sentences or specific words which you do not want in your content. Then only you will be able to generate a proper content and proper response. Okay, then here we have the customer feedback. So I'm going to enter the customer feedback which I have received in my response. This is the feedback which I have received. So I'm going to directly map it from here. As I've mapped this feedback directly from the previous step, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace. So every time I'm going to receive a new feedback form submission in jot form, the response will be captured. And according to that response, this description of the feedback is going to be replaced. Okay, in this way, we will be automating the entire process because the data which we have entered manually is going to be same each time. It has become static. So if we will not map the details which we want to change, they will become static and we will not be able to automate that process then. Okay, now let's click on save and send test request button. The response is captured over here and it is saying that the response is negative. Now I want that only a mail should be sent to the customers who are submitting the negative feedback. Therefore, I will have to apply a filter condition that only when I'm going to receive the response from OpenAI as negative, my workflow should continue further and the mail should be sent, otherwise not. So over here for that, let's click on this add action step button. Let us select filter as our action application. So filter is an amazing feature of Pabbly which helps us to filter out the conditions in the workflows and run the workflow according to those conditions only. Now here we have to select the action event, that will be filter values, and we have to build the connection. So the connection is built, and now we have to set a label, a filter type, and the value. So in label, I'm going to use the same response which I have received, that is the message content which I have received from OpenAI, analysis of the feedback form submission. So now I have mapped it from the previous step. It has become dynamic, and automatically with each and every new response, it is going to replace. Now we'll move forward towards the filter type, which will be equal to, and here in the value, I'm going to enter manually as negative. So my objective is that when I'm going to receive the response from OpenAI, I want to match it with the value which I have entered over here. If the response will be negative, will be equal to negative, then my workflow should continue further, otherwise it should stop over here. If the case is of positive feedback or a neutral one, I do not want to send apology message or complaint resolution email in that case, because everything is sorted. So therefore I want to run my workflow only if the negative feedback will be received. Therefore, I have entered the value manually because it is going to be same each time. So if the value will not be equal to the label which we are receiving in the response, the workflow is going to stop over here. Now let's click on Save and Send Test Request button to check whether the condition is true or not. And yes, the condition is true, so let's move forward. If my condition is true, then in that case, I want to generate a personalized email for complaint resolution of the customer, and I want to send it to them. And for generating that email, again, I'm going to use my AI agent, that is OpenAI. So for that, let's click on this Add Action Step button. We will select our action application as OpenAI once again, and we will select the action event as ChatGPT to generate the content. Let's click on Connect. So we will go with existing connection only, as we have already built that earlier. And now here, once again, we have to select the model. Let's quickly select that, and we'll move forward towards the prompt. In this case, now I want to generate the email, and I want to generate the email after categorizing the type of issue which the customer is facing. So here, if the customer is facing issue related to delivery, issue related to the defective product, or any other reason, I want to categorize those issues, and on the basis of those issues, I want to generate the apology and the complaint resolution email. Also, I want the email body as well as the subject separately in different fields in JSON format, so that I can directly map subject and the email while sending the email through Gmail. Alright, so here the prompt will be, also in the prompt, I'm going to provide the details related to my business, my company name, my contact or support details, so that customer could reach out to me, and fully the customer will be able to engage with that email and will be able to satisfy themselves. So I have given the prompt, you are an AI assistant for a customer support team at GlobalConnect. So I have given the name of my e-commerce company, an e-commerce company. Your task is to analyze a customer's complaint and categorize it into one of the following predefined types, whether the issue is product issue, late delivery, wrong item received, payment problem, poor customer service, or other. Based on the category, generate a professional, empathetic, and solution-oriented email response. Ensure the response acknowledges the customer's concern, offers a resolution, and maintains a polite and helpful tone. Customer complaint details are, so here one by one I'm going to enter the details of the customer and their complaint. First of all, it is asking us the customer name. So let's map the name of my customer, Smart. With the space, I'm going to map the last name. So I have mapped the full name over here. Then we have the email address. So let's map the email of the customer in the similar manner. As you know, we are mapping the details to make them dynamic, and we want the details which we are mapping should get replaced automatically with every new response. Now here it is asking us the complaint which they have submitted. Alright, then we have provided the instructions. Identify the most relevant complaint category from the provided complaint details. Generate a subject line for the email that clearly addresses the issue. Write a polite, professional, and empathetic email body, ensuring the customer's issue is acknowledged and a solution is provided to them. If the issue requires further assistance, guide the customer on the next steps, contacting support, refund process, or return instructions. Keep the response concise yet informative, ensuring clarity and reassurance. Expected JSON output. Then I have also provided the output should be strictly in JSON format. The subject and body should be in separate fields and without these symbols. Also directly add the salutation at last. Do not leave blanks to be added later, because I do not want to add anything after the email content is generated. I directly want to map the email content to be sent to my customer. Remove your name from last to be added later, and just add my company name, GlobalConnect, and contact number. Now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button to generate the response. And over here we have received the response, in which first of all it has categorized the content of the issue, the category of the issue, we have product issue, then we have the subject resolution for your broken product. So it is totally according to the issue which the customer has submitted in the feedback form. And over here we have the personalized email with their name. Dear smart customer, thank you for reaching out to us. I'm truly sorry to hear that the product you received was broken. I understand how disappointing this must be for you, and we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience it has caused. And we have to resolve this issue. I would like to offer you a replacement product or a full refund depending on your preference. Please let us know which option would you prefer, and we'll take care of it promptly. Additionally, if you could provide us with a photo of the broken product, it would greatly assist us in ensuring this does not happen again in the future. If you have any further queries or need any additional support, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at this email or call us at this number. All right, so here we have the entire email, and as I have directed it, I have the best regards and the name of my company as well. So here, as the email is received, we are going to send the email to the customer on their email address. Let's click on this add action step button quickly, and let us select Gmail as our action application. Now we are going to select the action event to send the email by using send email v1. Now we'll go with the existing connection only, as I've already built the connection with my Gmail account earlier. Quickly, I'm going to map the recipient email address which I have received already, on which I want to send the email. Then we have the sender name, so I'm going to use the name of my company, my e-commerce store over here, which I have entered manually, so it will be same each time. It has become static. Then we have received the subject of the email already. Let's map that subject. We have the email content type, that is plain. We'll map the content as well. And now if you want to attach any file along with this email, you can enter the file name and the attachment URL over here. I'm going to ignore these fields. I will directly click on save and send test request button. And here we have received the response. As the response is captured, it's saying that the message is sent. So I will take you towards the email account of this person, and we will check whether the email is received to him or not. Now here we have the response. Now here we have received the mail, as you can see, from GlobalConnect, resolution for your broken product, and here we have the email. Our connection is successfully built between all the applications, our JotForm, OpenAI and Gmail. So once we have set up the connection successfully, now we do not have to do anything manually. As soon as we are going to receive a new form submission for customer complaint or feedback, automatically the process is going to be handled by AI agent. I hope the automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your customer support team in your business. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of PablyConnect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pably.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pably.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.